Good morning, CC families. This is Mrs. Shannon with Cycle 3, Week 8, and we're going to start this morning with English. So I made these books for my students, and first I'm going to help them write to raise in here, which might be a little bit difficult for some of mine. I have little ones 4 to 6 years old, but they're getting a lot better at writing and like the challenge, so I'm just going to help them write that. And then we are going, and they can trace some more of the letters if they want, while we sing the song to the tune of If You're Happy and You Know It, again, because we're talking about more verbs, and it goes like this. To raise, raise, raises, raised, raising, raised. 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 So that is English. And again, I make these books for my students at the beginning, and then I decorate each one with their name, and then I give them a sticker after we've gone over English each week, and they put their sticker on the front of their book. And then so by the end of the 24 weeks, they'll have 24 plus stickers, and it's just kind of fun. So that is English. And then after that, for timeline this week, so I have these timeline cards I got from the Classical Conversations bookstore. I got these letters from the dollar store because I teach the little class, so the 4 to 6 year olds, and it helps them identify what the cards are. So what I'm going to do this week, I'm going to do something a little bit different, is I'm going to give 1 or 2 cards to each student depending on how many I have in my class. And I'm going to have one student go outside the class for a second, and so they can't see, and then another student hide however many cards they have. So if they have 2 cards, I have kind of a small class this year, so I'll probably give 2 to each kid. So if I have 2, or they have 2 cards, they're going to hide them in the same place. So hide them together somewhere in the room. So all of us know where they're hidden except the person that's standing outside the door. So then when they're hidden, I'm going to have that student come back in, and they're going to try to find the hidden cards. So as they're trying to find it, we're going to sing the timeline song, and mainly I will sing the timeline song the first couple times until the kids kind of warm up and can sing with me a little bit. And so we'll sing it louder if the student's getting closer and closer to where they're hidden, we'll sing it louder and louder and louder, and then we'll sing it softer and softer and softer if they get farther away from it, to kind of clue them in. And we'll tell them, that we're doing this to kind of clue them to where the timeline cards are hidden. Then once they find them, then I'll have them go hang them on the wall. I'll have 7 pieces of painter's tape on the wall, and I'll have them hang them in the right positions. And I like to practice, okay, what they go in the 3rd and 4th spot. Where is the 3rd and 4th spot? So then they can kind of practice, oh, that would be here and here. So it's good practice, good math practice too. So we'll do that, and then once they find them, then I'll have another student go outside and another student hide them. And then I'll make it so each person gets a chance to find, and each person gets a chance to hide. So we might, repeat cards if we need to get everybody a chance. So then once the cards are all up on the wall, once we've done that for all of them, then I'll have the students go stand against the wall, pick a card to stand under, and we'll go over the motions together and sing the song a few times. So just something a little bit different with timeline today. So for the motions for timeline, first Council of Nicaea. So we're going to do 3 and then go to 1. So 3, 1, Council of Nicaea. And then Augustine of Hippo, so we make an A and then another A and go like that. So Augustine of Hippo. And then Jerome completes the Vulgate. So J and then like a book. And then Visigoths, so V, Sac, Rome. And then the Middle Ages, so I'm going to touch my hand, the Middle Ages. And then the time period, circa 450 to circa 1500. I'm not going to do that with my little ones, but you can if you want. And then Council of Chalcedon, so I'm going to do 2 of, and then just like we did, like that, just like we did for Jesus the Messiah. So like that, Council of Chalcedon. And then Western, so I'm going to go like this with the 3 fingers for Western Roman Empire falls to barbarians. Okay, so I'll do it one more time to kind of the tune. So, Council of Nicaea, Augustine of Hippo, Jerome completes the Vulgate, Visigoths sack Rome. The Middle Ages, circa 450 to circa 1500. Council of Chalcedon, Western Roman Empire falls to the barbarians. So that is timeline this week. And then after timeline, geography. And so I have these trivium tables from our director, or you could just print these out from the Sandbox magazine and laminate them. So that's NCC Connected. So every week I outline the states that we're gonna do. Again, because I have little ones and it just makes it easier and clear for them what we're doing. And first I'm gonna have them outline the whole United States with a dry erase marker. I have them do this every week and they're getting really good at it just to get a good idea of the shape of the United States. And then I did this last week, I'm gonna do it again because it worked really well, is I'm going to have them mark a symbol in each state as we go over them. So first we'll do Topeka, Kansas, and I'll maybe let them choose a symbol. So, or let its kid choose a symbol each time. So a star, for example, so they can all draw a star in Topeka, Kansas. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, maybe they could draw a circle. Austin, Texas, maybe a square. Denver, Colorado, a triangle. Santa Fe, New Mexico, maybe an X. So I'm gonna have them draw a symbol in each one. And then I might bring little erasers in, again like this, because my kids love them. And I can find them really cheap. I found them at Target or Office Depot. A lot of times in the front, they have some for pretty cheap, or the dollar store. And then I just let them take them home, but they just love them. So then I'm gonna have them use their little eraser and touch each state and capital as we say them. So for example, we'll start with Topeka, Kansas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Austin, Texas, Denver, Colorado, and Santa Fe, New Mexico. And then I'm gonna sing the song for them a few times while they kind of touch their symbol in each one. So Topeka, Kansas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Austin, Texas, Denver, Colorado, Santa Fe, New Mexico. And this is just the Classical Conversation States and Capitals song you can find on CC Connected, or you can just probably YouTube it, I don't know. But the just States and Capitals song from Classical Conversations. And then to review, I'll say, okay, which state was the circle in? Which state was the X in, etc., just to kind of give us a way to review those. So that is the geography. And also I showed last time, I like to bring Baldy in. I found this and I thought it was so appropriate for this cycle. And so he'll help me sing the song too. So again, Topeka, Kansas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Austin, Texas, Denver, Colorado, Santa Fe, New Mexico. So also what I've done is I've recorded the Classical Conversation States and Capitals song through the states that we learn each week. And then as they're coloring in each state with the dry erase markers a little bit more, because my kids love to color, so I give them a second to do that. Then I'll play that song or just sing it through until where we've learned, just to help them review all the states and capitals. So, and my kids are catching on to it really fast, so it's fun. So that is geography, and then we're gonna do math, and we're doing 14s this week for math. So I have this printable from Kimberly, I'll link her below, love her stuff. She has math and history, I'll show you too, and science in a second. I'll show you those. So I have this on my tutor board for it, but you could just kind of have it too or print it out for the kids. But for 14s, we are going to do it to the little tune of Camp Town Races, and it goes 14, 28, 42, 56, 70, 84, 98, 112, 126, 140, 154, 168, 182, 196, 210. And for 14s, I'm gonna have them first kind of listen to me, do it normally, and have them sing along with me or try. And then I'm gonna have them pick each an action card. I've showed these before, I'll link these below too. We've got bunny hop or chicken wings or cross punches, and we're gonna do each student's action card as we sing them. So like cross punches, for example, 14, 28, and we'll keep going like that. So that kind of gets them up and moving after geography, where they're sitting and drawing more. So I like that for math. So after math, we are gonna do history, and this is from Kimberly too. Again, I'll link her below. I am gonna do silly words again, because it's my kids' favorite part, and especially with the little ones, they just do really well with repetition and kind of knowing what to expect. So I'm not gonna change it up on them right now, they would be sad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read it to them normally first, and I'm gonna say, okay, listen really carefully, because I'm gonna read it again. If I make a mistake, I need you to be able to tell me. So you gotta listen really carefully to me reading it the right way first. So I'm gonna say, in 1820, Henry Clay worked out the Missouri Compromise, allowing Missouri to enter the Union as a slave state and Maine as a free state. So then I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna read it again. And if you hear me say a silly or incorrect word, raise your hand. So in 1820, hippopotamus, and they'll go, oh, no. Oh, what should it be? Not hippopotamus, Henry Clay. Okay, sorry, I'll try again. In 1820, Henry Clay worked out the Mississippi, not Mississippi, Missouri. Oh, sorry, okay, I'll try again. Try really hard this time. In 1820, Henry Clay worked out the Missouri Compromise, allowing Missouri to enter the Unicorn. Not unicorn, oh, what should it be? Oh, Union. So you get the idea. And then every time I'm reading it correctly, so they're hearing it correct a lot of times. So instead of, I did unicorn for union, instead of silly state, I'm going to do silly for instead of slave state, and then I'm going to do Mickey Mouse instead of Maine. So that is what I'm going to do for history. For Latin this week, and I also have this history coloring page from Etsy. I'll link her stuff below too, but I usually give these to the students to take home because we don't have enough time to do them in class, but if you need a little snack color break, those could be good. So for Latin this week, I am going to bring out another puppet, and I am going to hide behind my tutor board and have Mr. Kermit sing the first couple weeks of Latin that we did to the tune of Jesus Loves Me, because it all connects to this week. So first he's going to sing. I'm going to have the students try to sing along with him. So it goes again to the tune Jesus Loves Me. Latin nouns, verbum word, Deus, Deum, Deo, God, Principio, beginning, omni we're gonna get on the Kermit train and we're gonna sing the rest of it, which goes to the tune of Go Tell It on the Mountain. Now, I'm going to have these road signs set up around that we're gonna have to stop at. So first, I'm going to have, let's see if I can find it. Here we go. Testimonium, and that is witness or testimony. So I'm gonna have these pasted around the room before class starts, and we're gonna stop at these points. So testimonium, and then I'm going to have lumina or light, so lumina, and then Johannes for John, and tenebris tenebrae for darkness. So these are all road signs, and I thought it would be fun that we're gonna stop at each one with Kermit, and he's going to help us learn the Latin and English for each one. So again, for example, when we stop at this one, we're gonna say tenebris tenebrae, you can kind of see, and that means darkness. So we're gonna learn each one. I'm gonna have the kids repeat them after me as we stop to each one. Then after we kind of stop at each one, then we're going to sing the song together. So we're going to probably just walk around in the circle. You could, if your room, if it works out well, you could have them like sing as you go to each one. I think that might be a little complicated, so I'll probably just have us all sing them after we stopped at each one. So it goes like this. Testimonium, witness, testimony, lumina, light, Johannes, John, tenebris, tenebrae, darkness. So one more time, that's testimonium, witness, testimony, lumina, light, Johannes, John, tenebris, tenebrae, darkness. So that is Latin this week. And then for science, we are doing 6 parts of the circulatory system. And I'm gonna point out each one. We're gonna do little hand motions to each one. This printable is from Kimberly again. I'll link her below. So first we're going to do heart, and we're gonna make the shape of a heart. So heart, and then arteries, we're gonna point away from our body because arteries carry blood away from our heart. So we're gonna point away for arteries. Veins, we're gonna point back to our heart because veins carry blood towards the heart. Capillaries are connectors between arteries and veins, so we're gonna connect our fingers together for capillaries. And then red and white blood cells, we're gonna make 2 fists with our hands. So red and white blood cells. And then platelets, we're gonna cover our wrists with our hands because platelets stop bleeding. Okay, so we're going to sing this to a tune. I got this from Happy Learning, to It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas. So it goes like this. 6 parts of the, I'll start. 6 parts of the circulatory system. Heart and arteries, veins, capillaries, red and white blood cells, and platelets. So I'll try that one more time. 6 parts of the circulatory system, hearts and arteries, veins, capillaries, red and white blood cells, and platelets. So, and then I'm also going to give them this coloring page from Etsy. Again, I'll link it below. Usually I just send this home with the kids, but they really love it. So that is science. For arts, this week we're doing tin whistle, and I also wanted to share for presentations, I'm going to share, if you were an animal, what would you be and why? So I think that'll be fun for the kids to do. And For my little ones, we're really focusing on speaking loud enough, looking at our audience when we're speaking, not turning around, things like that. And then for review, I'm actually gonna just give them one of these coloring pages this week, and I'm gonna make a playlist of some review songs that we've done and just kind of let them listen. When they're little like mine are, they're just usually exhausted by the end. And so I found that they just really enjoy kind of sitting and either playing with Play-Doh or coloring and just kind of listening to some of the review songs and be like, oh, I remember that one. And then I'll ask maybe a question about it, or I'll just let them listen, just kind of feel it out. So I think that's it. I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and have a great week. Thanks. Bye.